Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today really is not a good day for me. I've woke up to quite a few problems that I'm having to deal with. One being my landlord is now going back on what they've said about replacing the light. So apparently they're now saying that they didn't agree to replace it, but other emails suggest otherwise. So I've got a lot of form to do with the housing ombudsman. Basically they've brushed the complaint off again like they do all the bloody time. So yeah, more problems. I really feel like ripping it out myself and then just taking them to court and getting them to pay the charges that I've incurred, because this is beyond a joke. You know, it's just ridiculous. Apparently they have found nothing wrong with the light, even though the customer service manager said that it needs to be replaced. So somewhere down the line they're clearly not doing their job properly. Obviously in my videos I've been talking about I haven't had mail for several days. So I've investigated this with, I think that there's a form that you fill in on the Raw Mail website, like a contact form. And this is the response I've got back. So this is the response. It says, "Thank you for contacting us again. I'm sorry that at the time of contact you have received no mail for 2 weeks. The delivery office bulletin board and can confirm, I think it means I've checked the delivery office, and can confirm that this was due to industrial recovery from industrial action in the area, meaning that delivery walks were only part covered. Despite our best efforts, during times of industrial action, we're not always able to do deliveries within their timescales." And then it just goes into blah, 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 I'm sorry. So it sounds to me like there is problems within the depot itself, which we're now sort of getting an idea as to why we're not getting any mail. And it seems to me that there's too much backlog, maybe. There's crates everywhere, or York crates everywhere, maybe in the depot, and that's why we're not getting any mail. Because that email says only part walks were covered. So it is frustrating because obviously, as I said, I'm having a rant, by the way. I've got my Cinema Paradiso waiting. I've got the Moomins waiting. I've got Valentino Rossi. I've got the Dodge replacement, the 4GT, all because they're so busy. But I can't work it out, because obviously if they're too busy in the depot, it's just going to stack and stack and stack. You've got to remember that there's mail coming in every single day to that depot. So how the hell are they clearing it? I really hope, and I know this sounds horrible, but I really hope they go bust, because we've had nothing but problems with Raw Mail. And it's now going into like only getting mail every 2 weeks. I mean, I don't understand it. I really don't. I really, really don't. And then come tomorrow, they're going on strike again for 2 days on the 14th and 15th. So if they don't come today, we ain't getting any mail for another 2 days. So yet again, there's probably going to be piles of it. I'm just frustrated because I know it's on its way. I know it's in the system, but it's just a case of, you know, what can I do for content? Because I'm running out of things that I can put up, you know? It's just ridiculous. They are that screwed with strikes, and this is what they're doing. They don't understand the amount of problems that it's causing. Oh yeah, we'll go on strike, and now look what's happened. You've got so many problems in the depot, you can't even bloody deliver mail on walks. It's just, oh my God, like, I'm pleased that we've got some answers, but how long is this going to go on for, you know? There's mail that I urgently need, because I've received something. It's like, as I said, Cinema Paradiso. You say there's a section where you go report a disc problem, and you can report that the disc has not arrived, and they'll send you a new one out. But I can't do that until tomorrow because of industrial strike action. But hey ho, fuck the money that I've paid out for the whole month to get my money's worth, you know. You don't care about that, do you? So I'm livid with them at the moment. Absolutely really pissed off because, you know, it's you know, people like the CEOs, the business operation managers, it's basically all the management team that is causing this, because from my understanding they want to rip up a lot of their terms and conditions and they don't want to agree to the price rise, which means that's why you keep getting strikes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not one for being patient. When I want stuff, I want stuff, you know. And I'm quite, you know, transparent about that. I'm an impatient person. I do agree to that. But it's, you know, for other people, they probably won't care less about mail. But for me, I get like quite a lot of mail daily, you know. So it's just going to cause a headache, because I just know that when that comes, it's going to probably be like an hour just to try and get through it all. I've only just cleared the last lot and that took me like 3 days. But it's just problem after problem after problem. And now they're saying that there's key workers, border force, NHS, ambulances. So I think we're going to have the year of strikes next year. So, and then obviously with the housing ombudsman, they won't agree to it. So, no, sorry, the landlord is just basically brushing off the same crap. So, yeah, now I've got even more forms to deal with. But on the plus side, I did hear back from the response. There's my wow towel. I've been looking for that, because that's my straightener. On the plus side, I have heard back from the responder, from my consolidator, that they want to do a COT3 wording, legally binding or something. Now, the first time round, I didn't have to do that because they paid the money and it was settled when I withdrew the claim. But this time they want me to sign this legal document thing. Basically, it's to stop you, if you wanted to bring another claim against them, you can't do that because you've agreed that both the cases are now closed, you know. But so we're just trying to finalise that. So hopefully that gets sorted. And I got an email to say, what offer would you accept? What would be your settlement offer? Now, obviously, only I can decide that, being the claimant. So I've given them an offer. If they say yes, then great. If not, then not. But I'm not going to go into it because it's personal. But yeah, I think my offer is reasonable, you know. And I hope it teaches them a lesson that I'm not to be mucked about with, you know. And then I got another problem, the giveaway that I'm doing. Now, the person that has commented on that video now wants to withdraw it. So I've now had to spend all morning going through all the names, making sure that no one else has commented. And now that person now wants to retract on what they commented. So basically, all that hard work of putting the video together, and now it's, you know, put in the bin. So, bloody waste of time that was. All I will say is, moving forward, please, please, please do not enter if you don't want to do it, because I'm not going to accept moving forward. I'll make the exception this time, but I'm not going to accept it moving forward. So if you comment on the giveaway video and then you say you want to come out of it, I will not accept that. So once you comment, that's it. You're entered, because it causes me a lot of problems, because I have to then go through all the comments to make sure no one else has commented. I then have to, you know, work out whether I can retract it or not. As I said, I will not normally remove it. I will normally, you know, once you've entered, that's it. So now I'm lumbered with the wax and I can't do nothing with it. So waste of time that was. But I just feel like I'm so wound up over so many things, you know, every day waking up to bloody problems. And then today I plan to get the plan to get on the plan to get up at 7. The alarm did go off. I did wake up, but then it was really cold, so I went back to bed. And the heating, I've got it on full whack, and it just don't seem to be doing anything. It just feels like I'm basically wasting energy, really, because it seems to be more cold with the thing. But yeah, it's not been a good day today, because I've now got to take... I've actually forwarded the complaint to the Housing Ombudsman because something needs to be done. This part of your complaint's not upheld. I understand, and I fully agree with the dog aspect, because this site does not allow dogs because it's communal. So I complained because I could see a dog, because I deal with the marketing side. I'm the marketing tenant. We've got a tenant rep that is in a different part of the building. But I've actually been in the Habinteg magazine. They launched this thing called Habby Fix, and I left generally wanted to pass on some great feedback, and they asked me to go in the magazine. So since then, I deal with sort of like marketing and all that for them. But yeah, it's just ridiculous, really, because I was like, well, why is he allowed to have a dog, yet I can't? Because obviously Molly is not my dog. That's, well, it is sort of, but it's mainly my mum's dog. It'd just be nice to have like a little dog, you know. They're small. They don't get very big, Cocker Spaniels, but no, he can have one and I can't. But then I investigated it, and it turns out that apparently that dog is in a part of the building where they have access to their own garden, which is why he's allowed to have it. But obviously, if he was in the communal part, he would have to have it on a lead to get it out of the communal part and off the site, you know. But I feel happy that part's resolved. And then obviously it's like here, again today, 153 emails. And it's like, I give up. It's really getting on my nerves, because I can't get to it any quicker. You know, what I do is with important ones, I'll star it and I'll flag it. But I just am so wound up, I feel like I just need to cry and let all that pressure out, you know. But I'm a strong person, you know, I try to hold that back. I'm not one for showing feelings, really, but I'm just pissed off with Raw Mail at the moment. You know, that's the main reason why I'm pissed off, because, you know, every week I get my Beano magazine, and I get my magazines like Let's Knit and all that, normally on a Saturday. Even my Hello magazine. But no, nothing. So, I don't know. Beyond a bloody joke. And then one of the women, because we have someone called a neighbourhood coordinator around here, and I spoke about this, it's a pointless job. Basically, don't really need it, but for some reason they seem to think they need it. They basically come round and check the site and stuff like that. And it's basically it's for tenants to raise any concerns that they need to raise or stuff like that. And they come round like every week or every fortnight, or it may be every month. So it's not been a good day for me, really. But as I said, when I'm in a mood, I can be in that mood for a while, and people... Hang on a minute, where's my E gone? Oh dear. Oh, okay. E. Well, we haven't got E. Oh man, where's that gone? Yeah, I found it. It's behind the my Naracho figure. She was looking after it for me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so as I was saying, I can be in a mood, like, if I'm wound up, I can be in that mood for, like, 6 or 7 hours. When I'm ranting, I'm ranting, you know, and it takes me, I don't know why, but I seem to be in the mood all day. So the best thing to do is, when I'm in a mood, my family, like, will normally let me simmer and let me cool down, and then they'll talk to me and try to work out what the problem is. Because with me, I'm like a rocket. When something winds me up, I go off like 100 miles per hour. I really, when I'm wound up, I will run and run and run. So, yeah, I'm like a short fuse. I get really wound up quickly, you know. But I'm trying to get better at that. But it's dealing with all this crap, you know. This landlord has been going on. It's been going on for nearly a month, and they're not willing to compensate me. That's fine. I'll take it to court, no problem. Because technically, it's emotional distress. So, yeah, I can win that. It took me 2 years to win the bloody oven, so I'm sure I can win that. 2 years. I'll never forget that, because someone signed it on the tenancy agreement, and I signed it with a chap called Ivan, and it was signed to say that they provided it, and they said that they don't provide it. And it took 2 years of going back and forth with relevant, like the ombudsman and the courts, and then they agreed to it. Oh, we've admitted the service charge off your tenancy. Yeah, so you, exactly, so you know, I'm right then. 2 years. Can't believe that. Because with me, if I need to take a case to a court or a complaint, I will fight and fight and fight for it, you know. And I'm very honoured that I've won every case so far. And that's, as I said, I would love to go into sort of like legal work and sort of like be like a barrister, and I love all sort of court things. I watch an awful lot of Judge Rinder, you know, the one that goes, does someone owe you money? Maybe someone's damaged your car. Get in touch. We're waiting to hear your case. Please note this court is unable to consider claims that have been or are currently in court. I just love it. Although it's like a drama, it's made up television. Obviously, it must be legal. It must have some sort of legal knowledge to do it. But it's a made up court. So any awards, if the judge awards an award, that's paid by the actual television company. So, and his rival is Judge Judy in America, and she's pretty feisty. She's very, very good. But out of the two, I say Judge Rinder's the best. Robert Rinder is his name. But yeah, and to top it off, I'm getting some sort of sore throat. Looked in the mirror last night, and I see what the culprit is. It's an ulcer that's formed on the back of my, you know, the back where that dangly thing is. It's basically on the side of there. It's like a white ulcer thing. So at least I know it's what it is. But obviously it can stretch your voice, because with your voice cord, it's there's a thing that keeps moving like that every time you speak, because it vibrates it. But I do think the brain is such a remarkable organ, because I don't know whether it's your brain that tells you what you say, what you think, or whether you tell your brain what you think, but it's remarkable how you can think of something and then you talk straight away. Like, you don't really know how it happens, you know. It's really remarkable. So today I've got to try and find the video for the gnome, because it's gone and I don't know where I've put it. So I'm going to try and find that. And I think it's on OneDrive, so hopefully I can find it. And then that'll save me having to do a craft video today if I can find that. Otherwise, it'll have to be the fairy. Oh, lovely. I really don't want to chuck this cup. It's fell on the fell on the floor once, and it's very sturdy, and it chipped all of there. But I don't want to chuck it away. It's such a lovely cup. So yeah, fell out the cupboard, and I thought it's going to smash, and it didn't. It's very sturdy. I got it from one of the charities. But yeah, Then I've emailed Westminster again because I still haven't received my refund for them, for the thing that I returned. And they basically still not received my studio, Diamond Art Studio package. So, and now the company's like being all the silent treatment. Oh, we've sent it. Okay, so where is it then? Show me proof of postage, you know. But Thursday, I was having a look at the thingamajig, the whatchamacallit, the rail strikes, and I'm gonna probably have to leave on Thursday. I don't think they'll do any more, but Thursday, I'm sort of, that's me finished, I think. So I'm gonna be going on Thursday, which means I'll have a week there, which will be nice. So you probably won't get any more videos from Thursday onwards, but obviously I'll try and do some pre-records just to get us over that gap, because obviously I'm still going to finish on the 8th, on the 23rd, so we'll see what we can do. Oh! Sorry, I'm sitting on the shredder, so I think that's the bin gone. So as you can see, I'm sort of coming out of that mood now. It varies. It can be 5 minutes, it can be hours. And, you know, it can make you ill. It really can make you ill if they've made you so depressed and stuff like that. But, yeah. So yeah, I've now got to go and basically take that comment down, because the person who entered the wax now don't want to do the video, don't want to win the prize. You know, it's so frustrating, because now I'm lumbered with the wax. So I might do another one for overseas. I don't know, but it is annoying. And I know you watch my channel, and I'm sorry that I'm ranting about it, but it is frustrating for me, because, you know, and then obviously I've got to get all my parcels that are in Whittam, and everyone's off, so I don't get any breathing space. You know, where you feel like everyone's like, sort of, as the saying goes, under your feet sort of thing. Like, everyone's in your way, you can't do one. So I know that they're going to be there, so I'm just going to diamond paint. I don't know exactly what, but it'll have to be an off-camera project, so maybe I'll do Paddington and do like a cover video or something, I don't know. I'll probably be sitting there reading half a marathon of bloody emails. Because it ain't just, it's probably mixed, because I've got several emails. I've got my Scan Models email, I've got the craft email, I've got the diamond email, I've got my personal email, my office email. So I've got quite a few different emails, you know. I call my mum's the office. So, what was that program? There was a program called The Office, weren't it? But, yeah. It's quite funny, because a few years back, someone was taking the mickey out of me, because I said office, because I've got an office email. And I just laugh at it, because, you know, everyone has an office, and my office is at my mum's, so, but apparently to them it's like a company, so it's quite funny. So, but it sort of segregates it, so like my personal email is for like personal stuff, and then my office email is for like if I donate to charities, if any, you know, stuff like that really. If I'm ordering online, it will go to that one. So yeah, stuff like that really. But yeah, haven't even had a chance to eat breakfast yet, but probably have biscuits. I'll eat fucking biscuits. Hopefully tomorrow's video will be a bit more happier and jolly, but as I said, it's not a good day today, so wanted to go over Whittam, can't because Great Abellio Anglia are striking again, and they're saying on the news that it's 14 other train companies as well. So, wonder if the DLR goes on strike, because the DLR is a computer-controlled train, so I wonder if they've gone on strike. I mean, there is a guard that stays on the train with it, and they can, like, intervene. They can push a control if it's gonna, like, if it, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not break down, but if it's malfunction, they can push a control if it doesn't work, and they can override it. So, but yeah, the DLR, Docklands Light Railway. But I think for next year, I'd like to go in them, you know, that O2 Sky thing, like cable car thing. I'd like to go in there. But yes. And I think that's also where people perceive me wrong, because, like, sometimes when I'm, like, I say it how it is, but people perceive it the wrong way and they think I'm being horrible, and I'm not. I say it how it is, so I've always been like that. But, yeah. I do like this colour here. That's really gorgeous. It's like a navy. In the navy. Oh man, that song. I done that to my friend. We're building the Titanic, and he was like, he said about the navy. Do you know this navy ship? And I said, yeah. And I went and I sang him a song, and I went, in the navy, and he goes, oh man, you're so funny. I was like, thanks. I was in a DeLorean group once, and someone said, I must have put my video on there, and someone said, I really like your accent, Mike. And I was like, thank you. And yeah, that was quite funny. And I was like, it's only a typical South African Essex accent, because half my family are South African, so I'm a bit of Essex, bit of South African, so, and that was, I thought that's such a lovely compliment. Thank you so much. But check your emails, because yesterday I got an email, something to do with your year analytics on YouTube or something, like a celebration thing or something. Everyone's got it, but my most watched video, I haven't got it for the diamond painting channel yet, but my most watched video at the moment is Titanic, which is completely interesting, because I would have thought it'd be Eddie Stobart. But yeah, Titanic apparently. So, yeah. So this is nice. We're getting some piping in here now, so that's good. Just gonna get a bit more of a refill, but I think what's happened is that gnome video has gone on OneDrive, and I've deleted it off my phone to free up room, but not put it. Must have forgot to put it on YouTube, but I've checked my craft channel and I can't find it anywhere on there, so I must have forgot to upload it, delete it off my phone, but only put it on OneDrive. So I'll try and, you know, I'll try and obtain that so that I can get that up, because I've been painting his belt, so I know it's there. It must be there. But for some reason I can't find it, so yeah, it's very interesting. So I think this little bit here is supposed to be, as I said, a bit of his jacket. There's an awful lot of blue in here, which I think has sport it slightly. It's like the Eddie Stowe bar. I put it on one of my pictures I put on the Gross group, and Gross Models put there's quite a lot of red in this, and I actually agree. There's the amount of red in that build is really, there's just, I mean, apart from the pipes, the silver pipes and the black pipes, the majority of it is red. But I think once the cap goes on, that's really going to pop it. So that really splashed the colour out a bit. But we must be getting to that stage soon. And I'm sort of thinking, we're on 63, it goes up to 140. So for them to do the back of the trailer, they've really got to give us some more parts, because otherwise they're not going to get it done by 140. So I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe they've saved us all the big parts for later. That'd be good. So yeah. Oh, nearly. My jumper just caught the tray. Oh. But hopefully we can put some of these trays away soon, because we won't be working on, I think red will work on for a while at the moment, so yeah. What you can also do is you can also go like this. If you've got a jewel and a jewel there, you can go like that and then sort of like pick it up and slide it into the position you needed. So, you know. I'm not using my multi-plate and my big multi-plate at the moment, because I never fill the tray up unless all the jewels are used, you know. So, yeah. And I seem to be waking up with a headache every day for some apparent reason, so that's another reason why a bit of a grump today. Oh, so yeah. I need a holiday in Vancouver Islands or Canary Islands. Is Canary Islands, is that in Chelmsford? Because I'm sure they said that it's in Chelmsford. But when you say Canary Islands, it makes it sound like it's abroad, and I think it's in the UK. And then last night I was looking at the celebrations, and I was like, oh, I could really eat some chocolate right now. And I persevered. I went for the Victoria biscuits, which have chocolate on instead. So, yeah. Okay, so this will be the last line now. Because we're coming up to the time. I'll see how my voice gets, but obviously, as you can tell in my voice, I'm coming down with something. So, yeah, I'll try and keep going. I'm not one for resting. I hate resting. Just sitting there all day drives me insane. So, yeah, but this is how it's looking at the moment. It's looking really nice. And we've put some yellow bits there, so that's good. But please remember to like, share, subscribe. That's how it's looking at the moment. And we will see you very soon. But we're going to be getting down to about there, I should imagine. Be nice to see what this blue looks like once we've put that black piping round, because that's like the inside of the cab. But the way they've done it is that you see Santa through the back of the lorry. But that is, we're nearly almost done. Really, really, really good. But please remember to like, share, subscribe. Tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos that I do, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys. Bye bye now.